What's up? Like, what is up? It's Nora. Emma is getting her blood drawn currently, so that is that. And I crocheted myself these little arm warmers. Look at them, they're so cute. They're red, just like Mirror Kiss's main song. Are you guys excited? I'm excited. I don't know how to wave upside down. Do I go like this or do I go like this? Anyways, I'm actually just gonna crochet another pair for Emma. Emma's getting her blood drawn right now, so she's not gonna be joining us, but I'm just gonna crochet another pair of arm warmers. They're actually really easy to make, so consider this kind of like a tutorial in a way. I crochet a little bit weirdly because I don't know how to explain it. I feel like the way to hold the hook is kind of confusing to me, so let me just get some yarn. But yeah, guys, tell me about your life. Well, I literally just crochet this thing. Actually, I'm going to tell you about my life. There's not really many interesting things happening right now, except I will be going to Japan. And you want to know what's happening in Japan? We're shooting the Mirror Kiss music video there. Oh my gosh, this is like our first music video where we are actually going to be present in it. Obviously, we have the cats and dogs and welcome to our channel music videos, but they're like kind of a fancy lyric video. And this is going to be really our first ever music video that our bodies are in. And it is shot in Osaka, Japan, which it is such a blessing to be able to go there, honestly. I can't wait. But yeah, let me see what's going on with the chat. Ooh, okay, you guys are just like happy that the song is coming out soon. Honestly, tell me some stories. I'm here for some stories. Let me wait a bit and then I will read some stories. Okay, we got one. Wait, guys, hold on. Let me see this. Okay, this is a horror story. Okay. Do you guys like horror? I don't know what to do with my hands. Let me put this back on so it looks like my hands have something. Okay. Anyways, let me read this horror story. Okay. So my school had a trip to Canada. Wow. That is actually amazing. My school had a trip to Canada, and the first night we got there, I chose the top right bunk bed. So we have my bed here. Actually, hold on. I need to restart the story. Okay, listen. This is actually a good story. So my school had a trip to Canada, okay? And there was a rumor before we even got there that room number 9 was haunted, okay? And my room was room number 8. And I chose the bed that room 8 and room 9 shared a wall, okay? So my bed was right here at the top bunk bed. And on the wall, I see these tiny little holes, okay? Little tiny holes. And you could just barely, like, they're like micro, so you can just barely see into room number 9. And room number 9 was the coding teacher's room. And she was helping a kid, so she wasn't in the room. I thought it would be funny since nobody was in the other room. I blow through the little holes. And what do I feel? Something or someone blow back. Okay? Just, it was, oh my gosh. And then a couple nights later, I was just peacefully sleeping and I was in a sleeping bag zipped up. All right. So I go in, I go to sleep. The bed has a railing so I can't fall off the bed. And I wake up in the middle of the night on the floor. How did I get on the floor? I don't know. Okay, that is a question that I still don't know the answer to. but I'm on the floor. And it's not like I didn't fall off this way. I was in front of my bed. So something happened and I was on the floor and it was completely dark, okay? Just imagine complete darkness. And I'm on the floor in front of my bed. Without a sleeping bag, my sleeping bag is on my bed. Something happened that I got on the floor. It is completely dark. There is not a single drop of light. And I thought I got kidnapped because how do you explain that? I was about 9 years old, by the way. It happened a while ago. But how do you explain that? You can't. So I start crawling to the door, and you know how doors have like a little creak under? I crawl to the door, I open the door, and it is light outside. The hallway is bright. But when I was inside, I saw absolute darkness. So I don't really know how you explain that. And the scariest part is when I woke up the next morning around 7 a.m., my friend, the girl under my bunk, on the bottom bunk, told me that she had the same thing happen to her where she woke up in complete darkness and she thought she was blind. So that's how dark it was. That was honestly, that's my horror story, okay? That's a horror story. Other than that, I don't really remember anything weird or paranormal happening to me. I have heard other stories, but that was my horror story. And it doesn't sound that scary, but it genuinely was. Okay, let's see. Oh my gosh, hi guys. Hi humans. Does anybody else, do you guys have any horror stories that you want to like type in the chat? Because I'd love to read them. Anyways, crocheting another pair of like arm warmers for Emma for our Mirror Kiss music video. Okay. Like, ooh. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good, guys. It is going to be good. Okay. Anyways. Oh, okay. Well, that was. Oh, guys, that's not funny. It's funny. It's not funny. Stop. Being rude is not funny. Okay. Hold on. Why is this thing out? Okay. Anyways, we're gonna talk about something else now. Enough with the horror stories. Getting scared. Horror stories freak me out, but I do like reading them. I never do them at night. If I'm ever gonna read a horror story, it is always during the day. Always, always, always. I think there's like something hormonal that makes it like really scary at night, but always during the day. So now I'm going to just talk about like Euphoria. Okay, just in general. Just you guys can like get to know Euphoria. So let's talk about that. Now, there's only 2 members, okay? It's me and Emma. Emma's not here, she's getting her blood drawn. Stop asking to join the group, guys. Guys, I've seen so many freaking comments asking if you can join the group. No, you cannot join the group. Okay, you cannot join the group. There's 2 people. Two people only, okay? The amount of comments I get that are just like, I can be backing vocals, I can do that. No, guys, please stop. Okay. Yeah. Oh, wait. Okay, I got a horror story. This isn't on here, but this is a horror story. Okay. Basically, I have divorced parents, okay? And one time when I was at my mom's house, I saw a weird figure there. Okay, it could have been a lot of things. Okay, it doesn't have to be a weird figure. Okay, let me keep reading. And the thing is, after I saw the weird figure, my dog started barking. Okay. And in order to get my dog's attention, I have to clap once. So my mom leaves the house, and I hear one clap, like a loud cheerleader type of clap. Okay, wait, so I'm imagining a clap like something, okay, so something kind of like really loud. And after call dog by doing that, and since I was home alone, I got scared, and it was coming from my mom's room. Ooh, that is scary. So My house is basically like this. There's the living room and the kitchen and a long hallway filled with doors that lead to different rooms. My dog heard the clap. Oh, okay, so it wasn't just you that was kind of like going crazy. It was your dog as well. Okay, dogs know something we don't. Pets know something we don't. Okay. And when my dog heard the clap that only I do, which I didn't do because I was home alone, he stopped right in front of the hallway and just started whimpering. See, there's something wrong. So the dog hears a clap that only the owner does. But the owner didn't do that. And the owner was home alone. Right to the clap, it stops in front of the hallways and just starts whimpering. That is terrifying. Oh, there's more. Okay. By the way, I'm getting this story from Google. So if you guys have any stories, you can just like put them in the chat. After my mom came back home and I told her about it, and she went in her room and there was nothing there. Okay, now let's think about the logical thing. You could have heard something, like maybe something fell that made the clapping noise, right? That would be understandable. But the dog, no. I'm convinced dogs know something we don't. I'm convinced they do. I'm convinced, okay? Because how do you explain that? How do you explain the dog stopping right in front of the door? Well, wait. It doesn't make sense. Oh, okay, let me keep reading. After the dog stopped in front, my mom came back and she checked in her room and there was nothing there. Then I went to my dad's house and things got even weirder. Honestly, it doesn't get better, it gets weirder. I was hoping for like a clean finish to the story, but no, it gets weirder. I go to my dad's house and it's getting late. I spend the morning at my mom's house and the evening in my dad's house. So I go there and him and my stepdad are just talking in the basement and I go upstairs to go to sleep. Okay, that's adorable. It's getting pretty late, so I try to fall asleep and then I hear one pair of footsteps go up the stairs, and I thought it was gonna be two because there's my dad and my stepdad. So then I'm waiting there and I hear my dad's footsteps, and okay, I'm gonna try to explain this with my hands. His room is right here, and my room. Sorry guys, this is really unprofessional. This is our first live. I mean, the other one kind of failed, but that wasn't this type of live. So she's saying that her room was here and her dad's room is like here, and you gotta walk like a hallway. So her dad, instead of stopping here, she hears the footsteps continue right in front of her room. Okay, so now she hears someone right in front of her room, and then instead of like going, just stands there, and then she hears one knock, two knocks, and three knocks. 3 knocks on the door. Why was I doing 4? 3. And then the footsteps just go back to the room and I hear my dad close the door. Okay, the story's not over, guys. So then I wake up, ask my dad what happened, and he said, that wasn't me. That wasn't me implies somebody else was doing it. How do you explain that? How do you explain that? Genuinely, how do you explain that? That's what I want to know. Exactly, you can't. You can't. There is something fishy about this world, honestly. But hi everybody, what is up? If you just joined, it's Nora from Euphoria, aka the Rap Stars, and Emma's not here because she's getting her blood drawn. Hello, Shannon Ferris, thank you. I'm glad you liked our videos. And hi, Karis. It's nice having you guys here. But anyways, the other day, I was also getting my blood drawn. So first it was me getting my blood drawn, and then I was getting her blood drawn. But I kid you not, the nurse was so weird. Okay, it was, or the person who was gonna draw my blood was so freaking weird, okay? Like, he just randomly walked in the room and said, "Oh, okay, give me a minute." And he came back 30 minutes later. Guys, 30 minutes. It does not take 30 minutes to draw blood, okay? I don't know what was he... And I see him leave, and I wait for the first 5 minutes. I'm like, okay, are you gonna come back to draw my blood? And then I look outside, and he's doing like another patient. So I'm like, oh, he has multiple patients. Okay, that's fine. I wait a bit longer, and he goes to like every room. It was something, okay? Something. Let's see. There's like things you can do. Oh, you can have a poll. Okay, I'm just discovering how to live stream for the first time. What is this? Retouch on. I don't really understand anything that's going on. But this is the wall of my basement. Wow. Okay, I'm just gonna talk about the new single that is coming out August 6th, okay? New single is coming out August 6th. Oh, bye Shannon. Ferris. Okay, so new single is coming out August 6th, and it is titled Mirror Kiss, okay? There is a little snippet that you can find. I made a short out of it. So there's a short with like a little snippet. I think it's 10 seconds or something like that. But go listen to that if you want to hear what a little part of Mirror Kiss sounds like. I really think you guys are gonna like it. I do. Honestly, I just feel like it is a good song, okay? I feel like we're slowly improving, and Mirror Kiss is it's a step forward. It's a new chapter, honestly. It's a new chapter in our music career, and I hope you enjoy it. The lyric video has been taking me so long to make, okay? This is like the 5th day I'm working on it, and it's not even that like good of a music video. It doesn't look like it took a lot of time, but it took so much time. This is the 5th day I'm working on it because I have to type every single word. Oh my god, imagine the lyric video is taking so long, but it's gonna be worth it, okay? I mean, let's all be real, the music video is going to get the most views, and I don't think anybody's gonna care about the official audio or the lyrics, but yeah, there will be a choreography. And about our last live, that completely failed. And I'm gonna be honest, I'm kind of sad it failed. Because I'm sad our last live failed, but there will be a video format of our Sunshine in the Shade debut performance. Okay, there's gonna be a video. Not a live stream, but there's a video because we had some technical difficulties. No, YouTube's guidelines. Yeah, those are the technical difficulties that we experienced. Anyways, we are looking for collabs right now. We do have 2 possible collabs. One of them, I am waiting for them to debut because they said after they debut, they are going to be collabing with us. And they did say they're going to be debuting in July. So I don't really understand what's that about because there's literally like 3 days left of July. But, okay, they can debut. They didn't really give a specific date. They just said, we're going to debut this month. The second group, they have debuted. They said, yes, we're going to collab. I haven't heard back. And then on their most recent post, I said, are we still going to collab? So if any other groups are willing to collab with us, let us know, okay? The requirements are you have to have Google Meet, Gmail, and iMessages. You have to have debuted, and I think you have to have over 200 subscribers. So if there's any other groups who are willing to collab with us, please type it in the chat or go comment on our most recent post. It would actually really help us because we will be taking a little bit. We're your competition. This am I in? Hi, Cake Mix. Hello. I'm not sure you guys have debuted though. That's the only problem. But once you do, then we can talk. Anyways, does anybody have any more creepy stories? I don't know why I'm in a creepy mood. I should have renamed this live to the creeps or something like that. The creeps. Okay, wait, I gave up on my crocheting. Crochet, look at this. Look at that. Yeah. Crochet. Cake Mix, I would love to collab with you. We are your competition. This is Mia and Willow. Competitor? What are we competing? What are we competing for? I'm kind of confused. Okay, well, hi, guys. Yeah, I'm actually just gonna, here's a crochet tutorial for anybody who doesn't know how to crochet. If you're trying to make this, basically you have to crochet a chain to your desired length, and then after, you literally just do any stitch you want. It is really easy. This is honestly so easy. You do any stitch you want all around, and you have to like crochet another chain for the thumb hole. So imagine this is the line. I have to crochet a chain, right? And then I have to kind of make a hole. So this is, imagine this is the thumb hole. Okay, just imagine, this is like a tiny demonstration. So you've got to crochet something like that, and then you keep crocheting the rows, and then at the end you just crochet sew it together. It is really easy. I used the double crochet stitch for this one. It's kind of like, there are a lot of gaps, but I am glad with how it turned out, and honestly I do think it's really cute. Like, look at the like little arm warmers. I have the free clothing glitch, okay? The free clothing glitch hack. Look at this. Which one do you guys think looks better? I think this one looks a bit better, but this is my left hand, and my iPad case is kind of in the way. That's why I've been only showing this hand, because it's kind of inconvenient to get this one into the frame. We are, I think the live is gonna end at like the 45th minute-ish, so yeah. Anyways, there's also been this kind of disturbing thing happening, okay? There's this doll in my house. That's an American Girl doll that my sister got on Christmas, and she's always in the basement. She's always in the basement, okay? I do not know what this doll's problem is. Anytime I move her upstairs, anytime I move this doll upstairs, she always comes back to the basement. So I just don't touch the doll anymore. It's kind of disturbing. Where's my cat? I want to see my cat. Hi, Mochi. She's gonna be sad when we leave her for Japan in 2 weeks. But this is Mochi, guys. She is 2 years old, I think. Yeah, you're 2 years old. Oh. And we got her when she was 3 months old, so yes, that is my cat. I do really love having cats, honestly. Cats are just like, cats are my favorite animal, and I feel like they're a really good pet. If Mochi wakes up, I'm gonna show her again. But cats, I love cats. My love is for cats. Cats. I love cats. Who doesn't like, what is there not to like in a cat? I feel like a lot of people, here's my defense for why I like cats more than dogs. Okay. A dog, they give their love freely. They love anybody they meet. Well, most dogs, okay? Most dogs that are like, I'm talking about dogs that you get for a pet. Dogs, they give their love freely. Anybody they meet, they always love, they want to lick around, but a cat, you have to earn a cat's love. So it feels so much more rewarding when you love a cat. When a cat loves you, sorry. Than if a dog loves you. Because a cat, like, you don't earn their love easily. So if you love them, I feel like it feels more rewarding. Like, you get what I'm saying? Okay, I'm gonna read another creepy story. Okay, this creepy story says, hold on, I gotta pick one, there's a bunch. I'm finding this from Google. Okay, one night I was peacefully sleeping in my bed when I felt a weird hand crawl on my foot. I was obviously terrified, so I thought I was dreaming. Pause. You are not dreaming. If you physically feel something touching your foot. 911, what's your emergency? Yeah, I felt something touch my foot, but I decided to ignore it because I thought I was paranoid. Then I felt it go up my leg. No. So, like, no. I would literally, like, get a bat and cautiously leave the room if I feel something touching me. And then it stopped. After it stopped, I thought I was paranoid again. Girl, stop. I don't know what gender you are, okay? But please, stop. Stop. A couple of nights later, I felt it again. But this time it was going up my thigh. Oh. So that's actually terrifying. I felt it going up my thigh and I finally had enough, so I decided to run out of my room and leave. A couple months later, I took off my bed frame, so the only thing I was sleeping on was a mattress and a pillow. And then the crawling stopped. You're telling me when you took off okay, so you're telling me when you took off the ability for something to be under your bed, you didn't feel any suspicious hand touching your thigh. Suspiciously taps fingers like Coraline. The other movie. I love that movie. Hi, Chichu. Chiki. Hello. We are discussing creepy stories that I found on Google. So if you have any creepy stories, just tell them. Okay, bye. Anyways. Oh, Mochi's awake. Okay, hold on. Let me show you guys my little kitty. Little cat. Meow, meow, meow. Meow, 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 meow. Mochi. Hello. It's me. I'm the problem. It's me. Oh, wait, I can't sing that. Right, I'm gonna get copyrighted. So, yes, guys, this is going to be my new spot because I think you guys need something to look at. Oh, she's purring. Oh, she stopped. Okay. Okay, anyways. What was I gonna say again? No, I forgot what I'm gonna say. Okay. That's not good. That's not good. I hate when that happens, honestly. When I'm choking on water and somebody tells me to drink water. Hello? Okay, now we're gonna talk about shower thoughts, okay? So, if my shirt isn't tucked into my pants, does that mean my pants are tucked into my shirt? Suspiciously taps fingers. Just think about it. Because your pants are like tucked into your shirt, you know what I mean? It makes sense. Honestly, when I was little, I used to hate I had a burning passion. I used to hate tucking my shirt into my pants. And I always had this one pair of jeans. That would like never, the pockets would always be inside out. No matter what I tried, I would always push the pockets back